My name is Tristan Hartfield, and I own Buckstop Truckware, a manufacturing company in Prineville, Oregon. We were headquartered in the Valley in Newburgh, and we needed to expand. And my brother and I, that own the company together, have wanted to move back over to the east side of the mountains for a long time. So when the opportunity arose to expand, we had a choice to either expand in the valley or look elsewhere. So we started looking around Central Oregon and then found Prineville and then found this building, and it was just perfect for us. It suited our needs perfectly. The thing that drew me to manufacturing the most is I'm a mechanical engineer, and I worked in the mining industry and rock crushing industries before this. So metal was something that we worked with all the time and designed in. And so it was kind of a natural progression once we started a manufacturing company that it would be fabrication and metal. That's what we were used to. Right now we have 28 employees. We're actively hiring right now. We have everything from human resources to fabrication to general labor, machining, sales. Our customers are worldwide. We ship into Canada, we ship to Australia. We've shipped pretty much all around the world. The vast majority are in the continental United States, and probably the most are in Oregon, actually, as far as the count. We already have distribution channels set up, so it makes sense for us to make more parts that can go down those distribution channels. But we find new markets all the time. Overland camping and things is one market that's been kind of going for the last 5-10 years, something like that. And with COVID and all that, everybody's getting out, everybody's camping, so that's really exploded. There's bigger money in overland as far as shows and things like that, so it's a market that's definitely progressing. You can see the interest out of the bigger corporations in the United States like Ford and Jeep, that they're starting to cater to this, Toyota. So it's definitely something that's on everybody's radar, and it's definitely a growth, albeit a niche industry, it's a growth industry. 18-24 months have been great. It was a little stagnant out of the recession and that, but we're back on a growth pattern now. Back then we used to say that flat was the new up because everybody was having a tough time, but we're definitmy growing. COVID's positively affected our sales. We've grown immensely. I think my favorite part to owning my own company is the freedom that I get to enjoy. You get to go and go in whatever direction you want to. It's fun to put a team together to help create this and share the responsibility and share the fun parts. I'm not good at having people tell me what to do, honestly. I'm not interested in that. I think the most exciting thing is just realizing the potential, and it's as vast as your imagination can be. You know, we're getting more and more equipment. We're capable of more and more things every day, and that's the spots that we're starting to grow into. Different interests. But it's just the potential's massive. It's as much energy as you can throw at it, it will consume. I think the biggest hurdle is the government. The bigger you get, the more things you have to satisfy, the more OSHA requirements you have to satisfy, the more reporting you have to do, the higher the taxes are, all that kind of stuff. And that just wears on you, because if you don't have a lawyer in-house, which we don't, you have to just kind of suffer through and figure it out, and it's difficult. The tax that they passed here in the last 12 months on the Oregon business tax, I don't know if they still haven't figured out what we owe. And it's just ridiculous. They're passing laws that they don't know what the ramifications are. So it's difficult to keep up with it. And whether you like it or you don't, you certainly don't want to, you want to comply, but it's very difficult to comply because it's a moving target constantly. The additional spots we're working on right now are in suspension systems. So we're in development on 3 different major suspension components mainly in the fire truck area, some in the civilian vehicles, but that's a new spot for us. We haven't done suspensions historically, and over the last 12 to 18 months we've started to make more and more and more of those components. So it only makes sense if you're already making it for one project to put those out to a greater amount of customers. So we're in development on those as we speak. The suspension system would be suspension components, control arms, springs, shock absorbers, wheels. We're developing a wheel right now that's a 7,000 pound rated wheel built out of California. And then we do finished machining on it here. But it's will be DOT compliant and it will work with our conversion systems. We are first and foremost a custom manufacturer of winch bumpers for vehicles. And by custom, it's not that we'll build anything for anybody, but there are options that go in each unit. It's kind of like ordering a vehicle or going to the car lot where you could get it, with this platinum package, or you could get it with air conditioning only, or things like that. So in any one platform, we have many, many different options that fit that vehicle. So we are very much a custom manufacturer, and the orders go through one at a time, and are literally built for the end customer from the beginning. We do have some generic inventory, what we call Model T inventory, where it's just one style and it's black, and that's what we have for warehouse. But there are so many custom options that it's very, very difficult to inventory for this piece. So, but we build these products one at a time as they go through, and that's custom colors, custom options, different lighting, different grill guards, different brands of bumpers, different styles, all sorts of crazy things. And then every now and again you'll get someone to call up and they want something really ridiculous, and we'll do that from time to time as well. Yeah, trailer's different. Trailer's something I can run. We've probably built 250 of those trailers. Yeah, so that's something that is actually less option. The options are colors on that, which is pretty easy to do, but the metal work is pretty much the same on every one. Our suppliers are just steel, they're raw materials, so basically the valley for the most part. So Portland area has most of that. Tube, pipe, sheet steel, that kind of thing. But local stuff, we use local fiberglass shops. We use local par lumber for our pallets. We use the local Norco for weld supplies. So we shop as many things we can do locally, we do. We absolutely have plans to expand. We're going to get deeper into the CNC machining realm, and that's going to open up a whole bunch of possibilities for us that are outside of all of the vehicular stuff. We can start building parts for people and airplanes and lots of other things. So I think that's going to be a huge growth spot for us. That I hope to have that up and running in the next 4 months.